Good morning. It is Fish the Beach Bum Investor. What an interesting 24 hours, especially the announcement about, I don't know, it was sometime overnight while I was asleep. Really, really interesting. Looks like, I'll say it's been indefinitely postponed or delayed at the moment, but it does look like B2X, SegWit 2X has been cancelled. I'm just going to pop the link up in Discord. I'm a little early. Get the investment crew over for the discussion. Won't be a second. And pause. Okay, cool. Hey, GB Capital, Crypto Chronicles, Con Savage Ruthless. How you all going, guys? Interesting stuff happening. I'm just going to post up in Discord because I'm sure everyone's going to want to get in on this conversation today. Crypto Chronicles said, yo, 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 great day to be in crypto. I agree, man. My B2X account just went like crazy highest it's ever been. I was just like, come on. Yeah, good to see you, Floyd. How you going, man? All right, let's post up on Discord. It's going to take me about half an hour. My arm's still a bit mung. Hey, the draw came out for DK sessions. I know that is really interesting to you all, but I'm competing this weekend. And the draws come out. We'll go through that in a second today as well. Rocky says, g'day, suspended is lawyer speak for cancelled. Yeah, man. I don't, like, the funny thing is I don't, I'll get onto it in a bit, but what I don't understand is the people who were behind it in the first place have gotten together quite a lot of support in terms of the futures trading, and then they said, oh, no, we've got no support, we're calling it off. Just all seems a bit odd to me, but we'll get more onto that in a second. I think that has more to do with the hashing power, and they didn't get the consensus, basically. They weren't going to get enough hashing power to run the B2X. We're talking about the crypto economy today, Con Savage Ruthless. It has been an incredible 24 hours, man. The crypto economy hitting all-time highs overnight. Over $200 billion has come into the economy since 2009. So, yeah, brilliant time to be a cryptocurrency investor. This is what we've all been setting ourselves up for, hopefully. Now, I know a lot of you were waiting for this fork to move into the altcoins, and there has been a pump this morning on the altcoins, an absolutely massive one on some of them. So that's, I guess, another reason why I prepare myself early is not just because of my shitty computer skills. It's because I also, you know, you do have $2 each way, so you allow for things like this to happen. Crypto Chronicles said, I'm sad because all my friends work so hard 9 to 5 and they aren't into crypto and are missing the boat. Yeah, I'm the same, man. I told so many people about this. Like, I've got messages on my phone going back to telling people to buy at 2,500 for Bitcoin, and I've only been in the market since May. So yeah, man, I don't know if I feel sad. Some people are pretty happy in that routine. Hey, funnily enough, I've been invited to attend to be interviewed on a podcast speaking about surfing culture and surfing lifestyle and how I've managed to get the work-life balance going for me. So that'll be an interesting conversation. I'll get you guys the link for that when I've got a bit more information. I got contacted about that only yesterday or the day before. It was actually Wilkie who made the connection, the big whale in our investment group. By the way, I texted him this morning. He's just doing backflips. He's like, what? Yeah. So let's have a look at the overall market. GB Capital said, careful. This is interesting. Little rumor, guys. I like these ones. Little rumor, not confirmed, obviously, given all the information coming out. Careful. Apparently, some miners still going to execute B2X, taking advantage of hashing power. And there is a Twitter link there from GB Capital. So that's interesting. Thanks, man. But he also thinks that B2X is flushed down the drain mostly anyway. Kong Savage Ruthless said, I'm on Google, so why did they cancel? Hey, let's get into it. I've got an article here that quite elegantly explains what's happened. So let me read that one out to you. It's a nice, quick article. It is actually from CoinDesk, this one, coindesk.com for those interested. So I am quoting directly off the article now in reading this. The organisers of a controversial Bitcoin software update are suspending their attempt to increase the block size by way of a hard fork. Known for its strong early support from Bitcoin startups and mining pools, the plan called SegWit 2X, or simply 2X, was to trigger a block size increase at block 494784, expected to occur on or around November 16. The goal of the project, according to those involved, was to use the measure to increase Bitcoin's transaction capacity, which is today constrained by the nature of the software rules. And as Rocky's explained to us previously, that won't work. Not long term anyway. The suspension was announced today in an email written by Mike Belch, CEO and co-founder of Bitcoin wallet software provider BitGo, one of the leaders of the SegWit 2X project. He argued that the scaling proposal is too controversial to move forward. He wrote, quote, "Unfortunately, it is clear that we have not built sufficient consensus for a clean block size upgrade at this time. Continuing on the current path could divide the community and be a setback to Bitcoin's growth. That was never the goal of SegWit 2X." Since when was that not the goal of SegWit 2X? Anyway, continuing on. "Until then, we are suspending our plans for the upcoming 2 megabyte upgrade," he added. End quote. The note is also signed by companies that originally supported the plan, forged at an in-person meeting in May, including Zappo CEO, Wenceslas, Bitmain co-founder Jihan Wu, Block CEO and co-founder Jeff Garzik, Blockchain CEO and co-founder Peter Smith, and Shapeshift CEO and founder Eric Voorhees. Sorry, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing any of those names correctly. The group said that it still hopes the block size will be increased further down the line once there is more agreement from stakeholders. Don't think it's going to happen. In the statements to the BTC1 Slack group, developer Jeff Garzik said the alternative software would continue to be developed and that it may support other chains such as Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and other Bitcoin family chains. That's interesting. For more coverage on the hard fork, visit our guides here. So that's a pretty cool article, guys. It's over on coindesk.com. So yeah, take a look at it. GB Capital says miners will always mine whatever is most profitable, but I think it's mostly dead regardless. It's a good day for crypto. So yeah, good comments, man, for sure. I don't think I actually ended up posting up in Discord, did I? No, I didn't. My arm's so gone. Hang on, let me do that now. The interesting thing is Bitcoin got really, really volatile overnight. It really peaked quite high. I think it was up around the 70, like as high as 7,800 US, and then it dipped as low as I think 7,000, 7,100, and now it seems to have steadied off recently. I'm just going to bring up a live market after I've posted up on Discord to let the guys know I'm actually here. Oh, GB Capital did it. I'll just put the link in there. Cool. Thanks for posting up over there, man. All right. So let's have a look at the market. I'm just bringing up coinmarketcap.com to see what we've had in terms of gainers. That is a sea of green, an absolute sea of green. Good to see. So I'm going to go to view all and see what's happening in the last hour as well. Start to level off in the last hour for sure. Good mix of green and red in the last hour. So we are starting to level off. The overall market cap when my computer loads properly. Waiting. Hey, Mike T. Feel bad for the people that were buying the B2X futures, man. I saw something that they've lost, like down 13x. So you're less than a tenth of your money if you're invested into the futures there. About 7% of your money left. You've lost 93%, I believe, is a rough figure off the top of my head. Mark G, B2X futures still at 151 US. Oh my goodness. Ouch. This is why I don't like trading in futures markets, guys. BTC went to 7,900 and down to 6,700-ish. I didn't see 67. I said, wow. See, I only spot check, bro. That's really, really volatile. Rocky said, SegWit 2X futures went from 2476 to 183 I shouldn't laugh, in less than 5 days. Maybe they should have called it SegWit minus 13x. Yeah, I saw you post up on our group, man. SegWit minus 13x is the new name. I sold my BTC at 7,450, watching from the sidelines for a bit. Missed the alt pump. Oh, Mark G, that's, man, a lot of people will have missed the pump because they were planning to do it on that snapshot of the block number. And now that plan's gone out the window. Luckily for people like me who are slow with computers, we had a win because we had to get ready early. So I did that, and yeah, really good day for me. Yeah, Mike T, yeah, no, it's not been good. Anyone who's invested into that has lost a lot of money. Well, a large percentage of money. Hopefully no one has lost too much. You want the PIVX hat? Hey, I'm getting some done, Mark G, because I've got to get one made up for Tanya. And I want new ones with the actual PIVX symbol, right? This is the logo. I'm going to get the PIVX symbol on the quarter like that, and then pivx.org on the back, and another PIVX symbol on the side. It's going to look epic. So I'm going to get like 10 of them made and just sell them as limited edition. Same hats that Luke Fisher and Tanya O'Meara wear. That might actually drive the price down. Well, I'll drive the price down, but everyone's going to want the hat that Tanya is wearing, so. Do I own a masternode? No, bro, working towards it. I got a little closer with that massive dump yesterday. Picked up some really, really nice cheap PIVX, and fortunately I had some profits from some other coins, and yeah, so no, I'm working towards it, man, slowly, steadily. I don't have 28 grand just to dump in at the moment, but working my way towards it, man. Yeah, Mike T was at work when the alts pumped. He missed it. I just realised Mark G and Mike T sound really similar in Australian. You guys, everything sounds similar in Australian. We don't enunciate. We don't even open our mouths. We just mumble and go, hey, yeah, there you go, mate. You're all right, yeah. You wish you're in Australia because it's 5 degrees there, man. It's raining outside and it's still 20 plus degrees here, 20 plus degrees Celsius, that is. So yeah, we get it pretty good on the Gold Coast, man. We don't really hit 5 degrees. Would be like snap cold, coldest day of the year for us. And that wouldn't be in the middle of the day. That'd be overnight. No way we'd have 5 degrees in the middle of the day. It usually gets above double figures, even in the middle of winter here. Okay, let's have a look what else has happened in the market, because it's been super interesting. Hey, Ethereum, I saw it right up around 320. It's sitting at 309 at the moment. It's up just under 5% in the last 24 hours, and it's still gaining at 0.25% up in the last hour. So yeah, it's nice. Bitcoin Cash, you're going to love this one, Rocky. Bitcoin Cash at $639. The fork that wouldn't quit. Ripple, what else we got? Ripple's up. I tell you what was a huge gainer. Oh, Leafs just scored. Sweet. Who are they playing, Mark? Let us know, man. Neo, yeah, up 20%. 20% in 24 hours. One of the big gainers. Funnily enough, Neo and IOTA were two 20% gainers in that top sort of 10 coins, or top 11 coins as it would be with IOTA. They were the two 20% gainers. Guess what Wilkie's into? Neo and IOTA. The bloody whale strikes again. The Wild. I don't know who the Wild are. I haven't beaten the Wild in like 10 games. All right, go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go. Up 1 zip. What period are you in there, Mark? First period, I'm assuming, with 1-0, unless it's a really tight game. Oh, almost go. Boom. Guys, well back up. $7.90, 24% in the last 24 hours. There's gains. There's like literally, I'll try and find a red one. Yeah, Ethereum Classic. Tether. Electronium. These are the only red figures in the top 100 for the last 24 hours against US dollar. Singular DTV, GX shares, Economy, ATM Chain, Pura, Ripio Credit. That's it. That's it for top 100 losers. The rest, if you picked anything else in the top 100 before this fork that didn't happen, you've done well against the dollar. I mean, oh geez, I don't even know what to pick today. It's incredible. Yeah, man, they're starting to cut. Well, our investors do, Rocky. Rocky's just said the people putting money into B2X, as he refers to it, I'll call it Bitcoin Cash to be fair, know about how up to 93% of the miners are actually unknown, and that provides a risk of a 51% attack. For those of you, hey, news unit, Dave, go for it, man. Shoot. Dave's got a quick question. Yeah, for those of you who are interested in the 51% attack, we did Rocky was on the show the other day and took us through it and why it's a risky investment on his in his assessment and in mine actually. But yeah, Mark G just said, hey Jow, what's going on, man? Mark G just said Palm Beach Confidential calling for a 10x XRP. That would make it number 2 in the market cap and 2.5x over Ethereum. I don't see it. Nah, it's a big call, isn't it? Really, really big call. Is that a rumor, Mark, or have you got that confirmed, man? Mike T said, I'm actually really surprised BTC hasn't gone lower. I did, Dave. Funnily enough, I got Crypto Tips to respond to my invitation. She said sounds like the Sunshine Coast is calling. So I think she was more interested in surfing with Tanya than me, because Tanya at the end of her season and got very close to the top 100. JS, what's going on, man? Yeah, so she did respond, man. Very nice of her. She wrote me a nice little message on Steemit. Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't like the term because it's condescending, but it is an actual trading term. It's called dumb money. The money going into B2X is dumb money, in Rocky's opinion. I tend to agree, man. I don't specifically like the term because it is a bit condescending, but they've been using that term on Wall Street for years. Milo, trying to move RXP from GateHub to Bittrex, painful. Oh, yeah, okay. I've never tried moving XRP. I bought $20 of it when I first got into the economy and I've never touched it. I met a guy last night who was a huge into mining and he said 51 attacks is just not a possibility anymore. If the topic is brought up, the person is disregarded as a noob. I think potentially you might be talking about on Bitcoin, Mark G, whereas Rocky was referring to Bitcoin Cash. You can clarify, man, if you're saying that it also 51% attacks in this person's opinion are not possible on Bitcoin Cash, you're welcome to share that view. Dave said, we didn't get any of that. Your audio went bad. Is she coming to surf? Oh, okay, audio's okay now. Yeah, Mark was talking about BTC. Just to clarify before I go to answer Dave, yeah, Rocky's talking about Bitcoin Cash, mate, not BTC as a 51% attack. We're all aware that 51% attack is extremely unlikely on Bitcoin itself these days. Mate, yes, she did. Crypto Tips did respond to my invitation. Nothing locked in, but she said she thinks the Sunshine Coast is calling. So I think she wants to come and have a surf in Australia with myself and Tanya, man. We'll have to see how that plays out. It was just a nice message I got from her on Steemit. So we'll see how that plays out, dude. GateHub is shutting down. Milo's just dropped some info in the live chat. Yeah. We're all talking about two different things here, guys. I just want to clarify that because it seems a bit of confusion in the chat. So when we're talking about the possibility of 51% attacks, Rocky's not saying that that's a serious concern on Bitcoin because the mining pools are known. So where the Bitcoin is being mined is known. What he's saying is that with Bitcoin Cash, 93, I think something around the 93% mark of the pools are actually unknown, which means essentially it could be one person could potentially acquire, or a couple of mining pools could acquire enough to have a 51% attack. That's what Rocky's getting at. All right, so I think we can we can call that one done. Richard Hart is calling for 20,000 BTC by Christmas. Wow. I don't know about that, man. 3x by Christmas. Christmas is 6 weeks away. It's going to be a very Merry Christmas for us all if that happens, I tell you. That's interesting, man. Really, really interesting. All right, let's see what else we got. Hey, PIVX bounced back nicely as well. We're well back over the $3 mark last time I checked. Let's have a look. PIVX, where are you? Yeah, 331. Really, really nice recovery. Like I stacked in on 250 and 280. So I've already made really, really good money on that last stack in. Oh, yeah, Jace has just said hit the like button. Thanks, Jace. Sorry. I always forget to do that. Mark G, Nova Exchange changing ownership. You have to pull all your coins off before ownership changes or lose them. Wow. Jao said Richard Hart is a dreamer. And GB Capital said, we need alts to make gains, then we have enough BTC, then I'm happy for that to happen. I think he's talking about $20,000 by Christmas. I've just got a live message through actually on the Slack group at PIVX. Let me just read it, guys, because I think it's from our lead developer, or founder and lead developer there. Actually, I'm not sure if he's the lead developer, but he's definitely the founder. Attention all stakers, zero coin functionality is disabled until we push the final fix. We need you to follow some instructions here to quickly reorganize the good chain to assist in fixing these latest issues. And these lines, add these lines to your PIVX.conf file. So what I'll do is I'm copying that now, guys. I'm just going to copy the instructions straight off here from 7 Hacks and just chuck it straight up in our Discord group, because I know we've got a few PIVX investors. Let's get those wallets up and running and get this sorted. So I'll put that in Discord. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to whack it straight in. No, I'll put it in resources. Okay, so it's over in resources in our Discord group for anyone interested. I've just copied and pasted the message from 7 Hacks. So cheers. My heart is, yeah, heart. Oh, sorry, heart is an extremist. I thought you were saying my heart is an extremist. I'm not exactly an extremist. Joust says PIVX is a good buy. It didn't pump too much. Yeah, I think that's again because the wallet's gone under maintenance on B2X, man. I have actually got a trading video on how to buy it when the wallet is under maintenance. And honestly, it's just a common mistake. It is still available for trading. Last time I checked with Cryptopia. Have still got the trade open, but B2X are just upgrading their wallet with us before that little eye that we know of comes off there. So that's Xiao's opinion. Yeah, man, I like it under $4. I've always said that. I think PIVX is a really good buy under $4. I think it was ridiculous at $2.50 and $2.80. Oh, Mike T said, I even lied to my boss and told him I had a dentist appointment next Thursday just so I could be ready for post-4 gold pump. Now it's not going to happen. Bro, best laid plans, eh? Yeah, that sucks, dude. That's where it's fortunate to be, like me, really bad with computers, so I had to be ready early. If you believe the crypto cap will go 10x in 2018, which it might, what do you think of the strategy of just buying and hodling 15 to 20 alts and signing back into your account December 2018, said Mark G. Mark G, it's not a bad strategy, man. You ask anyone who's bought Bitcoin and signed in 12 months later, there'd be one glaring exception to that. 1 year that was a glaring exception to that, but pretty much any other year, they're going to come back and be happy. And the same can be said for a lot of the alts, man. So Zhao's asked a good question. What alts are you guys buying? So let's, yeah, Rocky just said, just tell your boss that the appointment has been cancelled. Indefinitely suspended. All right, what altcoins are you guys getting at the moment? I can tell you what buy orders I've got, but it's mainly just like those main ones that I've been flogging on about that I'm trying to accumulate. So I got some sell orders, obviously, with this massive pump. Because as I say, whenever you buy, you've always got to set some sells, take your profit when it's on the table. I've done really, really well out of this pump. I've just had another buy on something. I'd love to see what actually just hit. Something's hit. I can't figure it out off the top of my head. I got back some more Komodo. That was Zhao. That's my answer. Is Komodo. It pumped before the pump, but then that was sort of off news, you know, people getting ready for Monets and that sort of thing, but then it didn't pump with the pump. Not really. So I set some profits that were clearly not going to hit buy orders anytime soon, and I put them back on Komodo and sort of took it even with the run up at around the $2.70 mark. I just put some more into Komodo because I'm happy to get into that Monets ICO. So that was for me. It's looking pretty strong. It's 279. Look, it's really steady because you've got just at the top of the orders, you've got like a 4,700 buy order and 4,700 sell order, and they're actually only five Satoshi apart. There's virtually no spread on B2X at the moment. So that's pretty cool. I like Komodo. I think it's good long term. I'm just going to go up. GB Capital likes Link, Dubai Coin, DBIX, and Salt and Power Ledger. I got DBIX, dude. I sat on that. I've been sitting on that. I even got a good trade, 20% up to like bought it heaps low, and yeah, I did really well. So that's the ones that GB Capital's into. I got my 5 Salt, bro. Bought them at $2.80. $2.80 or $2.50. I can't remember, but I thought I'm going to get 5 of them. Stuff it. There's too much noise around it. So I thought I'll get 5 of them, and then I'll go and do some research and maybe get more. But as can happen with this economy, it's up to $3.57, 15.55% in the last 24 hours. So nice to see. Jace says the only good alt is Ripple. Go away, Jace. You've got PIVX. Don't say the only good alt is Ripple. Mark G said, I like Civic, ARC, WTC, Syscoin, Neo, OMG, WTC, Made. Wow. What a selection. That looks about as heavy as my portfolio, dude. I've got ARC, man. I've got some good gains on that. ARC itself, as I said, if they achieve what they're setting out to achieve, I really think that they're going to be a giant. Back up to $2.90. I still think long time that could be really good buying. Please make your own decision. Spacebird, newcomer. I haven't seen you in before, man, so I'm certainly going to answer that question straight away, or ma'am or lady. I'm not sure whether it's man or lady, sorry. Not sure with the name like Spacebird. But Spacebird has asked, what do you think about Chainlink? Chainlink was one of the most comprehensive white papers I've ever sifted through. It took me 2.5 hours at least to read through it the first time. It's an impressive exercise. I think it had a massive run up, 40% last time I checked, man. Unfortunately, I didn't pull the trigger on it. I'm trying to consolidate my portfolio, right? And the thing is, I liked Chainlink. We went through it on one of these chats. We did actually have a good, not super in-depth look, but a newbie's in-depth look. That's what we do on this channel, and it looked really promising to me. Agent Smith, one of the investors in our investment group, really liked it. There's a few people in it. I think GB Capital was a fan. So we're just going to find it here, but it had a huge run up last time I checked. Let me just find it. Sorry, I'm not sure where it sits on the market cap. It's not one I check super regularly because I'm not invested in it. But yeah, 19%, sitting at 21 cents a coin. So really good gains on that. It spiked really, really hard this morning because I know it's up 40% against BTC at one stage. Although that may have been when BTC was dipping. But yeah, nice spike there, nice spike. Yeah, I think it's a good long-term project, man. I think it'll take people a little bit to digest that white paper. It certainly has me. I'd love to go over it again and get back into it. But it took me about 2.5 hours to get through on the first read, just to rereading entire paragraphs going, hang on, I've got to read that again. So yeah, it's intense, complicated, but I do like it. I said that when I did the review of it. Mark G says, a lot of people I meet don't like XRP, Ripple. I'd call it 50-50, but so many banks are using it and buying it and recommending it to their customers. I'd say it's a great buy. May not go 10x, but won't crash. Great point of view there, Mark G. Jam missed the buy on Chainlink. GB Capital says, oh my FFG. I also have 5. I used one salt to try their platform and registered for the basic membership. Platform looks good. I heard that a lot from people using it, man. I haven't actually tried it myself. You were shilling for Agent Smith. Jay said he was saying that Ripple's the only good coin because Agent Smith isn't in the chat today and he had to keep up for him. Fair enough, bro. What are your thoughts on nulls 200%? Thanks, TNC, for the question. I haven't had a look at nulls before, man. Let's just quickly bring it up. I've never seen it. It must be a lower market cap coin, I'm guessing, or it's exploded recently, obviously, if it's up 200%. Nulls. Okay, trading at 56 cents. You're right, up 210% in the last 24 hours. Market cap unknown, man. Volume's 4.2 million. There is a link to the website here. I'm just going to quickly click on that. I'm not going to go deep into this because there are a lot of things that we can talk about that I'm a bit more aware of. Null is nothing. Null is everything. You want in blockchain. Well, for starters, this website's just a pain in the ass. Multi-chain, sophisticated smart contracts, POC. Proof of credit is the default consensus mechanism of nulls. Okay, I'm going to have to read more into it, man. Cool one. I'll have a look into it in the future. Milo's into NEM. I think that's a great buy, man. It's a sleeping giant going under the radar. XLM and XMR. So all the X's. How about some PIVX to go with that? NEM, XMR, and XLM. Let's have a look. XMR. Oh, XMR's Monero. Yeah, man, you did well because it got real cheap after, like, there was the rumor that, well, not rumor, the Palm Beach group said that we're going to take profits on this and go to something else. It dipped quite heavily, around $80, maybe even a bit cheaper. And Monero had good gains over like a solid period of good gains as well. It wasn't just this pump; it was happening before that, which is a really good indication. It's got a huge community behind it. Monero's a popular coin for sure. Let's have a look. That's one we don't cover often on here. We should. Monero. Yeah, well back over the $100 coin mark. $116.57. 16.75% gains, 14% against BTC. Really nice to see. A couple of Reddit posts just popped up saying some miners are still planning to go through with the B2X fork, says Mike T. That's interesting, bro. We'll have to keep an eye on that, guys. Seb Fox, welcome, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Seb Fox said, I heard that NEO just launched an identification verification protocol, which could be bad news for Civic. That's really interesting stuff. I think there's going to be a few coins. Icon's one of them who's looking to do a similar thing, man. Like, basically, you have a digital KYC, if you like, so you don't have to do it every time with different things. Just catching up with the live chat. Null's got listed on Binance, says Xiao. Null's 200% gains on Binance trading BNB. Mike T, yes. Mike T says, yes, B2X will not die this easily. It's so interesting. Hey, SP, how are you? Sorry, I'm just catching up. Do I know about the Zcash ceremony happening soon? Would be a game changer in anonymity. No, I haven't read up on it. Gonna have to have a look at that. Zcash is one that I do have a little bit left of. I bought that early in my run into the economy, one of the earlier coins that I bought, but I got rid of a lot of it just because my sell orders are often preset on that run up to 400 like a month ago, maybe a bit longer now. It's hard, I can't remember exactly when it was, but it ran up really high. It's at $248, up 3%. If there is further news coming on that, you think it's going to be a game changer. We know that the historical highs are far higher than $248. I won't be buying any more Zcash for myself. I'm pretty diversified in the anonymity market with PIVX and Verge and yeah, a couple of good anonymous coins. I definitely don't have anything against Zcash. but I can't really comment on the Zcash ceremony. I'll certainly have to have a look into that. Thanks, Spacebird. Mike T, the miners pushing forward with B2X only have 30% of the hash rate, though. It's interesting. 30% is still quite a lot. Mark G says, met some guys last week with a new token, but they are using an IBO, initial bounty offering. Seems the same as an ICO, but with a new name, Ucash. Yeah, well, I don't know that it does seem the same. Like if the initial offering is to do things to build the project, and that's how you earn the initial shares, I don't think it is the same as an ICO. It's an interesting take on I guess the initial share distribution or the initial coin distribution process, let's say. Ucash is the token. Yeah, cool. Interesting. Check Twitter. Whale Calls says that B2X email is bullshit. BS. Sorry, I should have censored that myself. GP Capital censored, and then I didn't. Oops. Yeah, man, that's super interesting. What do you reckon? Do you guys reckon this is going to cause like more speculation money, or do you reckon it's going to cause a bit of uncertainty and doubt and fear? Like, you guys know me, I don't care. I'm going to hold on to this stuff till 2020 at least anyway. So a little fear in the meantime might give me an opportunity to get a little bit back cheaper. Any new ground up blockchain project like Iconfish? SP Dubai, man. I think Dubai coin is from the ground up. I've got to look more into that. It is already on market and it's a low market cap coin. They're looking to be the first Arabic, I think the first Arabic blockchain. So the first blockchain with Arabic programming capability. Looks like a really interesting project to me, man. I got like 60, 70 bucks of it. I got like 6.6 coins, if you must know. I got bugger all of it, but I thought speculatively, I'll have a look. Small team, man, but it looks solid to me. It looks solid. And there's a lot of money in those countries around Dubai and the Middle East there. They've got a lot of oil money and they're looking to diversify to not be so dependent on that. So I think we could see some money in that space. And I think Dubai coins, I guess if you want to say like ground up project, Dubai coin, I'll have to check out whether they've copied protocols or whether they actually have built their blockchain from scratch, man. I really only put 60 bucks into it. So for me, a quick run through the essentials for me to make an investment was enough. If I intend on really going big on it, I'll do a lot more research and find out whether it is actually built from scratch on that one. And on Icon, Seb Fox said, does anyone know when Icon will start trading? It's already trading on futures markets, but you guys have just seen what happens to futures markets. What happens if Icon come out and say, oh, we're not going to actually release for 6 months? The futures markets will take a massive hit. But for me, I still own my coins that I bought at ICO, so I don't care. Oh, ideally, I'd like them to release, you know, when December-ish. I think that's when we're going to be hitting exchanges. If you have a look at the roadmap, last time I checked it, and this is straight off the top of my head, and you guys got to remember, I look at a lot of these things, so please check this for yourself. But from memory, it does actually launch in December was the plan. We can probably check that actually. Let's go, because look, it is an important investment for us. And it's icon.foundation is the website, and this is a great place to keep a track of the news. They also have, you know, your Telegram and things like that to keep a track of things. Twitter, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is just have a look here. Where's the roadmap? Roadmap. Here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, what have I just done? I don't even know how I did that. That was really cool. Okay. So Q3, 2017, which we're past. So Q4, 2017. ICO and listing of ICX. So, you know, unless they run late on the roadmap, it should be listed by the end of the year, according to that. Jace reckons it'll be by the end of the month. Sorry, guys, I'm still catching up. All right. I'm going right to the bottom. Sorry, live chat again. Live chat again. I've missed a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Wow. Spacebird contacted the Icon Foundation. I did as well, actually, mate. Funnily enough, I sent them a little video showing them some of the times we've talked about what a brilliant project Icon is on this show. Yeah, but anyway, Spacebird contacted the Icon Foundation and we get our coins on Friday. Ooh. Does that mean the market's open on Friday? Jace, you coming over? Oh, you're kidding. Jace, I've got to go down and compete on Friday. We're supposed to be having our Icon party. I'll have it from down there. Hey, Aki5, how are you, man? I'm super because it's just been a fantastic 24 hours in the market for altcoin and Bitcoin enthusiasts alike. Crypto Chronicus said, sell off some assets to put into BTC. Yeah, I want to party too, man, but I've got to go down to this competition. Wait, speaking of which, the draw came out. The draw came out for the competition. Matt Brocky, the publicist, messaged it to me. He's also my best friend. Handy having your best friend as the publicist for the event. So where is it? Brocky, one image, open. So I've drawn against Adam Rose, Corey O'Donnell, and Levi Frangos. Corey actually stayed at my house for the national titles, and now we're drawing at each other. He texted me this morning and said, hey, what time are you getting down? Real keen to catch up for surf. And I said, piss off, you're my enemy until the end of round one. I was only joking, of course. Some big names in there. Gary Thatcher, Australia's #1 at the moment. Also, Dane Pope, 3-time Australian champion, making a comeback. So, yeah, really looking forward to the event. That's 5 national titles, actually. I've got 1, Thatcher's got 1, and Popey's got 3 back in the day. So 5 national titles in this event. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks, Rocky. Yeah, I will, man. It's supposed to be big too, like big 6-foot waves. It's going to be an epic competition. Ethersep said, Icon KY. Oh, no, man. I've been following the chat on that on our Discord group. So Ethersep's from our Discord group, and he's just wondering whether his KYC is actually going to pass. And he said, Icon KYC, cross fingers, toes, and eyes. Jace has just asked Spacebird if they are serious about Friday, about Icon. So yeah, it's exciting times for us, man. I would have loved to have that party though, Jace. Now got to go to this comp. Mark G said, I tried surfing once in Mexico. I love Mexico. Neck still hasn't recovered, not for Canadians. Don't worry, man. I tried boarding in Whistler. Actually, hey, check this out. Whistler. Old shirt, old school, vintage. Yeah, man, my brother actually got pretty good at boarding. He lived over there for a couple of years. I just sort of rode it like a surfboard. Every time there's a mountain, I'd just come up into a big carve or whatever. So I wasn't really, it was fun for me, but apparently that's not what you're supposed to do on a snowboard. Let's have a look. Yeah, exactly. Jace is a Canadian who surfs. And actually Kenny, one of my brother's best mates from Whistler, came over here. He's a pretty good surfer as well. Having said that, he was a sponsored snowboarder, so he had that whole balance and things sorted out. But yeah, there's a few Canadians who come over here and try their hand at surfing, for sure. Oh, that's interesting, Xiao. Xiao makes a really good point there. It can't be Friday because the KYC wouldn't have finished. I think he's right, man, because KYC won't finish until the 13th from memory. That's just a date off the top of my head. 13th or 23rd. For some reason, the number 3 is sticking in my head for KYCs, but I've already done one. So maybe that's just, we're talking about the cutoff date. Oh, you haven't had any offers on your Moray Boogie, mate? Oh, I just got to drop that to the right people. You'll be getting offers left, right, and centre. Well, I'm surfing with 30 bodyboarders this weekend, so I'll let them know that it's for sale if it's purchased in Bitcoin and for the right price. I'll show them the video. They'll froth on that. Hang on. Whoa, I missed some. Where is it? Aki5 said, Fish, if I talk Rocky into it. I want to live stream Rocky's Bitcoin meetup in California. That would be sick, man. That's a good idea. That's easy enough to set up, isn't it? For a now computer genius like you, AcU5, since you've had time to learn the game, mate. Us former computer idiots getting our tech skills upgraded. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. I'd watch that for sure. Oh, you went sand skiing? I've done that, bro. Well, sandboarding over on Stratty, North Stradbroke Island. We made our own sandboards when we were kids. Yeah, Jace bodyboards. Oh, I don't know if I'm the man. We'll find out this weekend. If I can do well in this event with one arm. I always told these guys I can beat them with one arm tied behind my back. Now it's my chance to prove it, I guess. You hodled your vert, BP? Man, just like my B2X account, when I woke up this morning, my eyes popped out of my head. I was like, what? The gains for like multiple double-figure gains, some as high as 40%. Vertcoin was one of them. When I woke up this morning, it was showing 45% gains against BTC. I was like, incredible. Incredible. So nice work, man. The huddle theory always works well. Oh, yeah, man. It's Mike T's just said tried bodyboarding, or called it boogie boarding. Tried boogie boarding in Hawaii, separated the shit out of my shoulder. Yeah, man, I did my AC join about 3 years ago out at D-Bar, surfing lovers, and just like we'd just gone through cyclone swells 6 to 8 foot. I've been surfing the points and had no problem. I hit lovers in 3 to 4 foot, hit the bank, and man, the pain was intense. And then you got to paddle around the Point Danger headland to actually get back to the beach with a busted shoulder. I've also torn the ligaments off the bone in that knee when that was probably about 5 or 6 years ago when I was trying aerials. Drop knee aerials. So I landed out on the flats and pop, woke up on the beach. I passed out when I got to the beach. I was lucky that the adrenaline kept me going that long. So it's super dangerous sport, man. I've had mates break backs and necks as well. Seb Fox says, I'm regretting not getting into Icon at ICO, as I think it will be big. Planned to, but it was mega busy I planned to do it, but was mega busy that week. Yeah, man. Seb Fox, that's for me, it was like we put everything on hold to get in on Icon. Our Discord group got on Discord. We had the voice chat going, like actual voice chat, and we all talked through it because there were people who took days off work for it. Wilkie came over. Like literally we were sitting here at whatever time it was, and I made sure he got in. We made sure together. So I think when you find something, Icon to me just had good written all over it. I honestly was gutted that I could only afford 1 Ether at the time. That's all I got in it, 1 Ether. But yeah, when you find something like that, if you're an investor like me, you'll do what it takes to get into it. That's just another message from our founder over at PIVX, just checking that it's no different. No, that looks like the same message. I'll double check that afterwards and update Discord if I have to, guys. Yeah, Jace's advice on someone, well, to Seb Fox in particular, but anyone trying to get into Icon, said it will be massive long term. Buy in after a couple of days once the dust settles and hold on. There was a huge group of us that got into it. Yeah, exactly, Jace. I mean, I think you do have to still be responsible. If you miss the ICO, you can try. Like if you get it at like a really cheap price, we know where the futures market's trading. I think anywhere under $1, if it hits market, you can get it at that. I'd say scoop it up. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Please make your own decisions. But yeah, I mean, $1 would only put it at a $400 million valuation. And I say only, but like I've said, if you look at companies that are easily getting that valuation with a hundredth of the work done that Icon does, I don't see any reason to not expect a $400 million valuation as a minimum. So yeah, but Jace does make a good point. It's nice. if you miss out, sometimes you just got to let it rot. You got to let it run until it finds a range, until you know it's cheap again, until it's had time to establish a bit of history. And that's frustrating as anything, but sometimes you just got to do it. Any idea of electronium fish? They're having security issues. No, man, I never got into it. I got it shilled to me pretty hard. Like when people just drop in, this is the thing. People have left comments in my YouTube. I see it pops up, and sometimes it's just you guys having a bit of fun or making a comment, or, you know, like I said, we get some really good stuff in there that's thought provoking. But some people are just flat out shilling a coin. We haven't even spoken about that coin in the coin discussion. It's not even to do with the topic of the video. And my thought is they're just searching for any crypto video they can find and leaving that exact same comment, copy and paste. This coin's going to go berserk. That actually tends to put me off, and I tend to stay away from the coin altogether. Regardless, I don't even look into it when that happens. So yeah, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I'm just saying when people shill the crap out of a coin like that, it's just not for me. A fork seems to be kind of alike a stock split. So silly. BP decided to get some sold as well. BP, we've had a few good run-ups together, man. We're in on a couple together. That's good. All right, I'm back down to live chat, guys. I hit the wrong button and it's brought me straight down to live chat, so I've probably missed a bunch. GB Capital said, I'll see how Icon trades when it gets added and hopefully take a small position. Definitely worth worth keeping an eye on. It should be big, especially with the Korean volume nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you've got something above on that. Okay, I'm just going to try and scroll back. I'm not good at this. Spacebird. Oh, this is part of the Spacebird communication, so I put it in quotes. Okay, thanks for the part reply. Fast reply. Do we know a date when we will get them? And it's got there 05/30/12. Oh, that's the Icon official staff, Victoria, ... So this is the reply. Sorry, I was just having trouble reading how that all went together. But yeah, the official reply from Icon official staff, Victoria, was Friday. That's interesting. I got to assume, Spacebird, this is my theory and only a theory, that Victoria's talking about your KYC approvals if you haven't already received them, because they send an email every Friday to everyone who has completed their KYCs and passed. They say, congratulations, you passed your KYC. So I think that's what Victoria might have been referring to. I can't be 100% sure, bro, but that just fits with what's happened in my experience. Man, I just saw CoinMarketCap. You could threw a handful of darts at a wall with the list and made double-digit gains. It's just insane, man. It's crazy. Like, I've taken a bit of profit already, guys, just so you know. Have to take a little bit of off the table after a run-up like that. It's just responsible. I'm looking to reinvest it already, but, you know, you don't know what the future holds. So I've got a little bit in reserve now and a lot still running. So, yeah, like I say, I always like to get myself into those win-win positions. If it keeps going, yay. If it doesn't, I'll pick up some cheaper with the profit I've taken. So, yeah. I don't think this one's getting streamed live, Rocky. I think the scores will go up live, man, but that's just kind of just watching scores drop. I can do this. I can tell you what I'm going to get. 2 10s. Nah. It's pretty hard to drop a 10. I've never actually dropped a 10 in competition. I had one judge give me one in the year I won national titles. I got a 9.25. So I got a 10 from one judge and a 9 from the other 3 judges. So, yeah, but 10s are difficult, but I've had 3 dropped against me. My very first competition, I drew Matt Lackey. And for those of you who know bodyboarding, go on YouTube, Matt Lackey. He's a hero in drop me bodyboarding. Lives less than a kilometre away, but nevertheless, I drew him and he dropped a 10 on his 3rd wave. I got dropped a 10 on me by the French competitor within 3 seconds opening in the World Championship in 2015. He dropped a 10 on me, the only 10 of the event against me. And Brett Dalton, local bodyboarder, dropped a 10 against me in a club competition in the final, beat me in that final. So yeah, that's a bit about bodyboarding. Mike T said it's really cool to see the alts pumping, even though BTC isn't dropping in relation. Yeah, man, that's an increasing overall market cap. It's brilliant. It's brilliant for the crypto economy and the crypto investors. Yeah, GB Capital said, guys, seriously, Icon future price is not set in stone. We've just seen that with B2X. Personally, it could be very, very different, at least short term. When it first starts trading, tread carefully. He's right. There's plenty of people who have put 30 ETH into it. So they put 10 grand into it and they double their money on opening day and they've made $10,000 overnight. And they go, yep, done. And that can cause a chain reaction. So there can be, I mean, historically, all new coins experience a lot of volatility when they first hit market. So it's a really good point from GB Capital, and it really backs up the reason you need to make your own decisions. Mike T said that this whole movement shows that new money has come in. That's absolutely right, mate. It's the only way the entire market cap increases is with new money. Cranky Pete, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in ages. Been busy, obviously. Crypto Chronicles, those people were waiting to scoop up BTC when it dipped. They bought alts instead. That's why BTC didn't dip while alts gained. It's a really interesting time, guys. It really, really is. I think the other good thing is all this talk about replay attacks, right? Replay attacks with B2X not having replay protection. That's out the window now. BTG got their replay protection. We know Bitcoin Cash had replay protection. Replay attacks, problem over. So for anyone who was fudding replay attacks, that's now a null and void argument, at least for the moment. There are some people who are now rumoring that B2X will still go ahead. So it's a super interesting time. And you guys know I love times like this because it allows for a market to form with lots of different opinions. Oh, you just saw about PIVX doing it now? Good on you, man. Yep. Bo Vosh, we just had another, there was just another announcement put on our Slack group from 7 Hacks. So I'll get that up on our Discord group as well, so we can make sure we're up to date on the latest information on which chain we need to be on, which wallet we're on, et cetera, et cetera. Crypto Chronicus believes that the institutional money is coming. Sorry, guys, catching up again. I think Bovosh has said, was I right about PIVX staking problems then? Yeah, you absolutely were, mate. So there's the issue at the moment is that I believe it was to do with the zero coin protocol side of staking things, but we can actually still stake. It's just that some wallets have been left on the wrong chain. So I'll get you up to date with that, man, as best as I can. And like I said, I've always got, Bauer has dropped into our chat before, Amelia. He's a great guy. He's a developer over at PIVX. And, I've already hit him up just to say, man, can you give me the idiot's explanation of this so I can first and foremost do everything myself and then help others to do the same. So, yeah, obviously I'm happy to help you with that, Bovosh, as soon as I can get the information I need. Bauer's in Europe, so he might be asleep at the moment. That's the only thing. Cranky Pete wasn't a fan of Electronium. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you can contact Icon yourself on Telegram. That's a really, really good point. Spacebird, for me, it's not like I'm not overly concerned when they release the shares or the coins, as it were. Sorry, you can tell I'm an old school investor. When they release the coins, because for mine, I'm bag holding anyway, bro. It's just, for me, I only had one Ether in, man. So I'll just write it. Bobosh said, Salt is the inverse. Instead of getting daily interest, you pay them daily payments for cash advance for you placing your crypto as collateral. Yeah, it's a really interesting platform, man. I got to look more into it. Ripple always needs 20 XRP in the wallet, never to be released. That's interesting. I mean, it's only $4, but I suppose that's if the price stays where it is. But still, man, like $4 is $4, right? Why shouldn't you have access to that money? That's a good point. SPs ask, what are all the docs required for KYC? Mate, what it is for Icon is you're going to need a photo of your passport, and you're going to need the key identification numbers blocked out. There is actually, if you go into Icon Foundation, icon.foundation, there is actually instructions on how to fulfill your KYC. But photo one is a photo of your passport with the personal identification numbers crossed out, or they have actually allowed now photoshopping of that, but I still recommend actually just physically blocking them. And then second of all, you'll need to hold that passport up next to your face and take a second photo. That's photo one, and photo two for your KYC process. There is also some personal information you have to fill out, but they're the basic photos you have to send SP to answer that question. And Jace has just said they are also accepting driver's licenses in some countries. Jace has said ICX will go to $3 by January 2018, but then he's hashtagged it usual shilling. He's a huge ICX fan. A lot of us are. We feel good about it. We got in early. It's a great project. Korea's where a lot of the money's coming from. I think we're going to do really, really well on it. It's a good question, SP. I'd have to ask the Icon people. SP's asked if we do pass KYC. Sorry, if we don't pass KYC, do you lose the BTC or will it be returned? Oh, Jace has just confirmed. Thanks, Jace. It will be returned. Oh, Litecoin's pumping? Really? I've been killing it on the Litecoin trades, guys. Absolutely killing the Litecoin trades over at Cryptopia. You guys have got to get over there and try that. Seriously, I've got the instructional video. I did take one yesterday. I'm not happy with it because I blab on like I do in this show. It needs to be a bit quicker. So I'm going to put one together. I'll show you an LTC PIVX trade today, and I'll post up on Discord my trade book. You guys won't believe it. I'm making 50% on trades like this. Leave PIVX alone. Leave that one for me. I literally hold the top and the bottom of the market with any significant orders. The rest are like 1 and 2 PIVX. And they hit again last night. I was like, seriously? How does that happen? So yeah, let's have a quick look at Litecoin, because we did keep a close eye on that, calling it well too cheap under the like $50, $55. We said all around there for buyers, guys. And we said make your own decisions when you get above 60. So let's have a look where we're looking for Litecoin at the moment. Because Pete, and I haven't seen Pete in ages, so we're going to do one for Pete for sure. And I want to do Substratum as well, man, just to see where it's sitting. It's been a while since we checked on that one. Yeah, 62.60. I wouldn't call it a huge pump at the moment, Pete. It's sort of where it's been settling for the last couple of days, or last 24 hours at least. Substratum. Substratum's up, Pete. Up to 13 cents, man. I traded a little bit of that. I sold out 250 coins, and it was actually, I sold out the lot that Grinkers gave me, because I thought Grinkers would want me to, you know, he gave me a nice, he gave me like 270 coins in referrals, and you know, he'd want me to make sure I make some profit on that. So I sold it and I put it back on the buy all heaps cheaper and got it back again. So yeah, man, I've actually accumulated more Substratum and it's gone up. Stoked. BP got some Litecoin today. I think that's fine, man. Like most people are predicting back up to at least those historical highs at $80. Accufy says, Fish, if I get rich, I'm getting my passport and visiting Australia again. And I'll throw Rocky in my luggage for the trip also. Yeah, man, come to Casa to Fish. It's a full house at the moment, man. I've got six people and me here, but I'm going to build a granny flat, I think, in January, so I can bring up more. BP has just said, what is a drop bear? Well, mate, a drop bear, it's, you know what animals are like in this country. They're all trying to attack you, but the drop bear is actually a rabid koala bear that gets dwarfed, really small thing, and they sit up in the trees. where you'd usually find koalas and bang, drop down when you're not looking and start smacking you all over the head. It's pretty vicious, man. Hey, Average Joe. Oh, man. He's just gone aloha fish, super happy. Yeah, man. Such a good little run. Just catching up. Hey, Geordie. Surf's, it was average this morning, man. I went down with Jibber like super early. We went and had a look, and it was a bit of a mess at D-Bar. So we're just hoping that the prevailing southerly clean it up a little bit during the day. I've got to get out there. Ethercept said, why is every expletive animal in Australia deadly? I have no idea, man. You think the animals are deadly? You should see the women. Oh, gonna get slapped so often when I walk out of this house for that one. The Bundy Bear, says TNC. Jace knows about the drop bears. He's a Canadian who's lived here for a little while. Yeah, man, there's a few around Tweed Heads. Should wear a hat with spikes. Yep. Oh, watch out for the, mate, TNC says, watch out for the Bundy Bear. It'll get you also. Yeah, Bundy rum is really popular in Australia, Bundaberg rum. And yeah, it will get you. I used to be a bartender, man. I don't know. I don't think it's a myth about rum making people more aggressive. It seemed to have its effect on people for sure. Indahash? Yeah, we can check it out, SP, for sure, man. I'm going to check out after this one, guys. Just want to do one for SP before we close. Indahash. I can't see it here, man. Indahash? Or am I missing something? Wilkie, don't be rude. This is Wilkie the Whale that's just came in. And look what he's written there. Mate, after how much money... Wilkie, aren't you glad you met Fish and changed from trading stocks to the cryptos? Would you have made this much in your stock portfolio in the last 8 weeks, mate? Well done to Big Wilkie. Now he's had a good run up, man. So is pretty much everything you hold. I saw you run up on, what's it called? That other thing you're into, IOTA. Verge, yeah, Molo. I actually picked up a buyback on Verge. Centes card, haven't seen it, man. I'm sticking. Oh, Centex, no, I haven't seen it. I like the ones. I like 10x. I still like it, guys. I bought that at $1.50, so I'm pretty set for 10x. But yeah, I haven't had a look at Cents. I think there's going to be a few. Like you've got to. I watched one of Julian's chats again the other night from 10x. He said, "Well, you got to be aware with." Oh, Floyd Mayweather endorsed it. Well, yeah, fair enough. Indahash, Allah Abu Jabara, sorry about the pronunciation, bro, said, Indahash, I am part of pre-sales. I like the idea. Cool, man. I have to have a look into it. I couldn't find it. So that's why I couldn't find it on coinmarketcap.com, because it is actually at pre-sale, so it's at ICO level. Is Lisk at $7, Wilkes? My goodness. Fishy's going to have a field day today. Oh, let's do a quick update of the old B2X account. That's pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. Oh, yeah, Jason said hit the likes. We have 22 people in here. I don't know if it's important to hit the likes when I'm about to check out. But it does help my ego, so please do go ahead and hit those likes. No, I'm joking. Got a ton of free coins for doing that endorsement. Yeah, man. Like how much did he make for that fight against what's his name, the MMA dude? He made that much money, and now he's got to steal a credit card. Oh, but just before I go, we'll get onto the thing that Julian said. You've got to be careful with some of these crypto debit cards coming out, because they're essentially nothing but a fiat exchange. They're not actually moving towards, it's like there's a step in between. So it's not really a crypto debit card as such. Crypto Chronica said, I haven't even signed into my B2X account since Friday. Oh man, you're going to get a pleasant surprise, Crypto Chronicus. Ethercept said, missed big positions on List, Chainlink, and IOTA. Yeah, I got List, man. I missed Chainlink and IOTA, though. Well, I missed them. Chainlink I missed. IOTA I didn't really. I had other things I wanted to get into. King Crypto, welcome. I personally think Crypterium will be much bigger than 10x. So I'll share a few links in the Discord about it. It's worth looking into. Yeah, cool, man. That's sick. Please do. Please do. One thing I've never hear anyone talk about with VTC is the feature where you can store your coins on blockchain. It had me set up a mnemonic code so that if you lose your hard drive, you can still retrieve your coins. Yeah, cool. I saw a little bit about Utrust. I'm trying to think. That's the Portuguese project, right? I didn't really have a look into it. I was going to get Jiao, because he is from Portugal, to go and knock on the door. Hey, maybe we'll get Crypto Tips. She's in Portugal. That's what she let me know. She's in Portugal. So maybe we can get her to go and check that one out. She seems to be a thorough reporter. Grant Roger said, what's up? Lisk is my coin. Yeah, man. Oh, it's been a good, I'm just having a look. My first page of my BitTrex, okay. I'm just going to cover balances here, but I haven't done that very well. I'm just going to read them to you. PIVX 15.9% up. Now, let me do a refresh. Get to the current figures. And this is against BTC as well, which hasn't exactly crashed at 7,400. PIVX 17.6% up. Lisk 20.6%. VTC 35.3%. ARC 18.5%. And Pay 12.5%. They're my top 5 holds. Just doing backflips. Seriously. Don't be cheeky, Ala Bajara. I can check her too. The Bitcoin is not the same way, right? Where are you? Zhao's been asked about Utrust. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, man. We'll get him to, let's hit him up over at the Discord group. I reckon. Beauty, says Grant Roger. I completely agree. Absolute bloody beauty, mate. Go surf. Yeah, I'm K Milky. Are you down this way? Sorry, guys. It might be that we're checking out. So, Miss Crypto, have you been watching for a while? What do you think of B3? Miss Crypto, I know that one of our investment group got into B3 and he took a big hit on it, Crypto K. Fortunately, Crypto K also got into Vertcoin at 68 cents. So he's covered himself quite well. You're in Cooley? Let's go for a surf, Wilkie. Okay. Yeah, so getting back to that one, I haven't actually had a look into it. B3, Crypto K kind of actually, after he got into it and lost a lot of money, sort of obviously wasn't the biggest fan of it, obviously. I'm not sure if he's still holding it. I haven't caught up in with Crypto K in ages. I'm not sure whether he's doing some work over at the Vertcoin community. He was affiliated over there. So I haven't had a chance to check in with him. And I never actually looked into it myself, other than I'm pretty sure it was a proof of stake coin, like fairly high interest on it from memory, but I'd have to look further into it to make a really, you're staking it, okay. Yeah, you're staking it in a pool and just got 10x, nice. I like stories like that. That'll be the 10x that Crypto K lost. I can laugh because he made money on Vertcoin and good money at that. But yeah, cool, Miss Crypto. That's excellent to hear. Jiao said, actually, where's Jiao? There he is. I had a meetup last week and there was a dev from Utrust. I just don't like their long-term roadmap. There you go. There's Jiao's opinion. How's that? He actually met with a developer from Utrust. So there you go. That's the advantage of the international crypto wave investment crew. I better go start knocking down the door of the Power Ledger developers and see what's going on there, since that's an Aussie project. And we'll get one of our brothers across the Dutch to go and have a look at Nevcoin and see if that's worth a look. King Crypto said, hey, Fish, good to see you. Yeah, actually I'd like to know your thoughts on Power Ledger when you have a moment. Looks like a solid project. I missed it during ICO, but managed to buy a nice amount during a dip. I think you'll do well on it, man. I'm hearing a lot of chatter around it. Oh, you're in Sydney, Miss Crypto. Cool. Another Aussie on the chat. I'm up on the Gold Coast. Oh, technically I'm in Tweed Heads, but only by 100 meters. So yeah, down the southern end, around Snapper Rocks and Kira, Coolangatta, Deba, Currumbin, Burley Heads, you name this famous surfing break, we got it right here. So yeah, speaking of which, I'm going to go for a surf. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Jao said that you trust long term, maybe. He said because they're looking, you know, exciting movements in the third quarter of 2018. Mark G said, what about XLM? Is it XRP Lite? I haven't XLM. I've got to get off the chat, guys. I've got surfing to do. XLM. Lumens, Stellar Lumens. Yeah, they had a announcement with IBM that I can't remember what the exact announcement was, but there's a strategic alliance there with IBM. I think it's a good long-term project. Is it XRP Lite? I don't know enough about the tech to comment on that, man. I would have to have a look more into it. Mrs. Smith has just rolled into the chat. Hey, hey, hey. What up? Oh, Mrs. Smith, I don't know. I've got to leave because you will say something very, very inappropriate like you did last time. Minus 20? Oh, I feel sorry for you. 71 degrees. I guess we're talking Fahrenheit. Oh, that sounds good. Nothing much is happening. Where's Agent Smith today? Tell me you locked him up or something. Anyway, guys, I'm going to check out. It's been a great day. Look, for those of us who did decide to take the option of pre-preparing for this altcoin pump, it's been like Christmas waking up this morning for sure. For those of you who didn't, the main thing you want to do is not FOMO now. There's going to be retracements after big run-ups on some of these coins. You got to look for those dips. Go and find your levels of support in the buy books, and don't panic to get in. Just it's as bad as panic selling. Well, not quite. Panic selling's worse in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to go for a surf. Wilkie's just put the word out saying let's go. Wilkie's just made a stack of money overnight. I've done all right for myself, so we're going to go surfing. Take it easy. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow for another cryptocurrency discussion and report. I will be safe, thank you. And yes, I will do well in this competition. Look out to all those competitors down at Port Macquarie. I know there's national champions among you. I know there's the highest of the high free surfers down there. I'm going to take you all out with one arm tied behind my back. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for another crypto conversation. Hey, actually, tomorrow's crypto conversation will be in the car with 4 bodyboarders heading down to the competition. So that should be an interesting one. Oh, my goodness. Come to Manly? I might have to later. See what happens. Catch you guys later. Good chat. When I can find the Google Hangouts thing, I am signing out. There it is. All right, guys. Catch you later.